Yo, what is going on everybody? Shri Kanase here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about exactly who I personally think Shopify dropshipping is for. Now, this is one of the biggest videos that you will have to watch until the end because this could really determine whether you should be even dropshipping with Shopify or rather doing something else. And all of the things that I'm going to be talking about are determined from my own experiences interacting with other people who are failing with Shopify, and also my own experiences where I failed with Shopify and exactly what made me fail in the first place. I know a lot of people have grown up with parents who say that they can do literally everything they possibly want to in the world, and unfortunately there are just some things you cannot do. While I don't believe that you have to be born with special skills to do Shopify dropshipping or e-commerce, there are certain traits and qualities that you definitely need, including a specific financial situation. So without wasting any more time, let's just jump inside. Wait, hold on. Before I talk about anything, make sure to smash that subscribe button down below if this is the first time you're watching one of my Shopify videos, and smash that like button while you're at it. Okay, now let's get into it. So exactly who Shopify dropshipping is for and the full reality. Let's talk about the qualities. Every single person out there who starts Shopify dropshipping or their own e-commerce store has various different qualities, and some of these qualities may help you while others may harm you. The first quality I'd like to talk about is work. There's a big misconception around dropshipping that if you get into dropshipping, you're going to make money fast and easily, because that's all what dropshipping is about, making easy money quick so you can buy that Lambo. Sorry to break your bubble, but unfortunately Shopify dropshipping is not easy anymore. In fact, it is just as competitive as the other businesses out there which actually require your presence. The only beauty about Shopify dropshipping nowadays is that you can dropship from the comfort of your home, or travel while dropshipping, or be basically anywhere in the world with an internet connection and still run the business. So that is one huge advantage to dropshipping. But when it comes to work, a person needs to have that mentality that they can work from morning until nighttime to make it work. Of course, that's kind of an exaggeration. You won't always have to be working from morning to night unless you really want to and achieve success fast, because working harder than somebody else will definitely get you that success faster than them. But when it comes to work, Shopify dropshipping is not easy. You will have to put in a lot of work, not even a little bit of work, rather a lot of work. But don't let that scare you away from starting a business, because I personally think dropshipping is one of the most valuable businesses out there in the world, especially if you take in the factor that you can dropship from your home. So keeping that in mind, just know that you will have to work hard, especially in the beginning, and that is one quality needed for a person to do well with the dropshipping. The second one is time. Now, I rank this as a quality because people sometimes, even if they have time, pretend that they don't have time, and their entire days are filled up. So if something is important to you, you will take the time out of your day to give to that thing. And that is the same when it comes to Shopify dropshipping. You will need to put in a lot of time into your business to really make it grow until you have those workers who work for you, and where you get to the position where you can automate your business. But until then, you will constantly be putting in time, effort, work into this business to make it work. And time is a big factor for this. So currently, if you're already doing a bunch of different, and if you have less than 1 hour per day to give to Shopify dropshipping, I highly suggest that you kind of drop some of the other unimportant things and put more time into dropshipping, because that is one of the most crucial things to success with Shopify. But along with work and time, the third thing that you need to have as a quality is that you're goal oriented. And no, this does not mean that all you're aiming for is that Lambo. While it is really great to have a big dream as a Lambo, you need to kind of start from the bottom and work your way upwards. I even mentioned this in one of my previous videos where I talk about how you need to first achieve that $100 per day, then $200 per day, then $1,000 per day, instead of rather just aiming for $10,000 per day when you don't even have any income coming in. So when it comes to goal oriented and goals, you need to have the quality of working step by step, but constantly moving upwards and looking upwards. The moment that you get satisfied with what you have right now is the moment you stop growing and stop achieving things. Don't get me wrong, it is perfectly good to be grateful for the stuff you have, but in addition to that, you need to constantly be moving upwards. And this brings me to my fourth quality, which is technical confidence. Now, what do I mean by this exactly? Technical confidence is basically you being able to use your computer diligently and effortlessly, because if you spend a half an hour just trying to figure out how to change the heading on your Shopify store, you're gonna have trouble doing a lot of other things and achieving that success that you need. So this is one of the easiest qualities to kind of just learn about. Basically, just go on YouTube and watch as many videos as you can, regarding the technical side of the business. And if it means taking computer classes, you should do that as well. But having some kind of technical knowledge is a must when it comes to Shopify dropshipping, and you need to have some knowledge in that so you can effortlessly make your website and focus on the most important things, which is marketing. And now that we're talking about marketing, let's go ahead and talk about finances, or in other words, money. Everybody comes into dropshipping wanting to earn tons and tons of money for a low amount of work, but little do they know that in order to make money, they're gonna have to invest some. But the first thing is security. When I say security, I'm talking about your own personal life security. It would be a really horrible thing to just invest all of your life savings that you have saved up into Shopify dropshipping, because if, for example, your store does not work out as planned, you literally have $0 in your bank and you're basically broke. So when it comes to security, you need to have some kind of stable balance in your bank account, or at least a job that can provide you income in case things go the wrong way. A lot of the people who are upcoming entrepreneurs have an ego where they don't want to work for money, and they have a very limited budget when it comes to investing into dropshipping. That is one thing that will really cost you in the end, because without security in your personal life or any kind of income coming in, you're just not going to be able to focus fully onto Shopify dropshipping, and you're going to always be one step away from being broke. And that is a horrible situation to be in, because then your mindset is not properly aligned with your goals. So although it may sound counterintuitive, trust me, you need a stable source of income, or at least a good amount of bank balance in your bank account if you want to invest in Shopify dropshipping. And this is not specifically just for the business itself, but rather to keep you alive and floating in case things go wrong. And when things go wrong, your psychology kind of goes the wrong way as well. So in order to kind of be fit for Shopify dropshipping or business in general, you need to have some kind of tolerance of losing money. Now, in the beginning, when I used to have some negative days because of the fluctuations with Facebook ads, I was honestly depressed the entire day. I couldn't concentrate. I used to always yell at people in my family because of that. And that was just not a good way of living. It affected my business and my future growth, as well as my family members, all because I had no tolerance when it came to money. I expected to be earning money every single day, otherwise I was some kind of failure. So just know that when it comes to even Shopify dropshipping, psychology plays a big key role. Without proper psychology, you're going to be taking the wrong decisions. And when you take those wrong decisions, you're going to be getting frustrated at those people around you for taking those wrong decisions, even though it was all your fault. Exercise your mind muscle, make it strong enough for the business, and just know that you will have days where you're not making profit. Instead, you're losing money, but every bad day passes and you have to always keep learning from that. But moving on to our fourth thing, which is cash flow. Again, this goes back to the second thing, where you kind of need a job to keep things floating when it comes to running a business, even with Shopify dropshipping, because right now there's a lot of saturation. And I did make a video on how to start a Shopify dropshipping store with $0, but even then, after you get a few initial sales, you need to start reinvesting that money and possibly getting more and more from people you know, or a job to invest into the business, because that is the only way to grow. Along with the cash flow, you need certain priorities in place. Is the biggest priority for you going out on Friday night to a bar with your friends, or is the biggest priority getting your Shopify store up and running and getting those first initial sales? If you said your first priority was going to the bar or a party, then you will have to realign that thinking and make it shift towards Shopify dropshipping and an overall business-minded mindset. Because without such a mindset, you're going to be constantly getting sad and depressed that you're sitting in your home working on your business while your friends are out and partying, and that just leads to negativity and no further steps towards success. So in order to be successful with dropshipping, kind of get your mindset straight, get your finances straight, and align your priorities so that you know exactly what is important to you. But moving on to our third thing, which is traits. What trait do you need to have exactly for Shopify dropshipping? The first one is the trait that not succeeding is not a choice, meaning perseverance. You have to get it outside of your head that you are going to fail, because in your mind you need to say that not succeeding is not an option for me. I literally have nothing else to do, and this is my only hope reaching those goals that I want to reach. If you don't have this one single trait, you will suffer severely with Shopify dropshipping, because you really need a thick skin to kind of continue even when you're not getting any type of good results or no results at all. And in addition to having thick skin, you need to have a good work ethic, meaning it's not all about just working smart. You need to work hard as well in order to achieve success with Shopify dropshipping. I know nowadays people just want to work less and earn as much money as possible. And while that is definitely possible, in the beginning at least, that is very, very unlikely. You will need to put in a lot of work, money, and efforts into your business in the beginning, and possibly working from morning to nighttime to make it happen. And for this, you need a strong worth ethic. And with strong worth ethic, you need to be making some sacrifices. Again, it goes back to hanging out with your friends at a bar or party on Friday night, or working on your Shopify store. Of course, you're gonna have to be giving up on a few things, whether it is having fun or doing something crazy, but these sacrifices will pay in the end if you're consistent and persevere through all of the negatives and down points. And that brings me to my last point, which is patience. There's a lot of times where you think success was achieved overnight, but in reality, it took years and years for that success to happen, and then success happened overnight. Even in my case, I failed 2 Shopify stores and went dead broke with $0 in my bank account before I made my 3rd Shopify store a success. And the 3rd time it happened within 3 months, where I went to 6 figures. So while a lot of people may think in their first glance that, oh, you went to 6 figures in your first 3 months, that was crazy fast, you achieved success fast, little do they know that I spent 2 years in depression because I had 2 stores fail before that. So in the end, you need to be patient to make anything work and get any type of results. But my final verdict with this is that Shopify is not for the weak-minded, period. And that is both physically and mentally. You need to kind of, if you're weak, if you think you're weak, you need to kind of exercise your muscles, both mind and body muscles, to make sure that you are strong enough to handle the ups and downs of this business and persevere through all the down points, because in the beginning there will be a lot of down points. But along with perseverance, you need to know that Shopify does require time, money, and a goal-oriented mindset. Without either of these, it will be very, very difficult and kind of hard to achieve any type of results with Shopify dropshipping. And when it comes to goal-oriented mindset, you need to know that you should not be just working for the money, but rather have something bigger that you're working towards. In the beginning, I started my online business because I wanted to give my mom everything that I possibly could. It was about money as well, but it was kind of something bigger, meaning my mom's dreams. And because of that, I persevered through everything and I had to make it happen. If my goal was just earning a few bucks and buying video games or just something really plain and simple, I would have stopped trying years ago. So if you don't have a big goal that you're working towards, it will be kind of hard to persevere through all of the ups and downs. And all of those ups and downs will take a lot of time until they stabilize. So waiting and sacrificing is another thing that a Shopify entrepreneur will need. So learn to be patient and learn to sacrifice, because your goal is much, much bigger than the rest of the people. You want to achieve big things. And for those big things, you will have to invest something. But let me know down in the comment section if you identify as somebody who qualifies to do Shopify dropshipping and be successful with it. But again, if you found value in this video, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time.